Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of What's Your Favorite Scary Story?
Hey, hello. Welcome back.
Welcome back. I'm Marlene.
I'm Alyssa, and this is the podcast that's up to you.
That's up to you, where you're appreciated.
You're so appreciated. This is probably the podcast where the listeners are the most appreciated ever, I would say.
Out of all the podcasts
that have ever existed and ever will exist.
We love you.
So thank you so much.
And good night.
No, we got quite the long episode tonight. I wish it were that easy. I'm so sorry.
That's probably why you told me I could take a break for my not so fun fact.
I gave her the week off because this is gonna take a while. If you recall, last week we started a story and this week we are finishing it up, but I did not split them up evenly just because of how the story worked out. And it just made sense to do it this way. But this half it's much more like 7/8 of the story.
Dang.
So, but it's going to be a good one, you guys. But yeah, with that being said, I mean, I think we can really just head right into it. Is there any updates or anything you want to talk about before we get started today?
No, I don't think there's any updates. There's lots of UFO things like coming out.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
like more than the ocean one.
Well, there's just a lot like of more sightings in the last week, which is crazy.
I had no idea. What the heck?
Yes, there's like hella videos.
This is why I keep you around.
The fact that there's videos of it, just like from like normal citizens, you know, and like I think the craziest one is there's like a picture of one where you can see it. It's almost like invisible kind of thing. It just like a UFO, like a sphere in the Manchester airport. At the Manchester airport, yeah.
Like on like a landing strip or like
in the airport, yeah. Look it up. You got to look it up. I don't have enough time.
Have to look it up.
I don't have enough time to explain it, so look it up.
I'm going to be looking up a lot at some point. But all right, I guess let's just get into things. Before we do, like we said, we appreciate you guys. This podcast is nothing without you guys. So please keep sending in your suggestions. We want to hear them. We want to cover them. Send in your personal stories. We cover paranormal, cryptids, urban legends, aliens, true crime, all of the things. So.
Cults.
Yeah.
All of it.
Everything. If you have a suggestion that was not under one of those categories, but you think it might be something that would fit this podcast, send it in.
Yeah.
You'll be surprised. I'm like down to open this thing up to like anything crazy there is to talk about in this world.
I think that's what it's going to eventually end up.
I'm fine with that.
Being, yeah.
We can evolve.
Yeah, of course.
All right, let's get into today's story. All right, so as I was saying, last week we started the story of the Cari Farver case, and this week I have part 2 for you. All right, so just to recap what we talked about last week, one of our main characters, Dave Krupa, had moved to Omaha, Nebraska for a fresh start, and after a few months, he met a woman named Cari Farver. They started casually seeing each other, while Dave was also casually seeing other people. Dave and Cari both agreed they didn't want anything serious, and everything was all good. But then after just a few weeks, Cari asked him to move in together. And he was like, what the heck?
Dang.
No,
yeah.
I'm good. So then Cari totally just snapped. She said she hated him and didn't want to see him anymore. And even crazier, started harassing him through texts and emails, as well as Shanna, another woman that Dave was seeing, and pretty much anyone that was close to Dave. So yeah, that's basically where we left off without all the details.
Right.
And I am so ready to finish up this story. I've been building it up to you. I prepared her for how long it was, but I was like, but it's good. And I worked really hard on it, and it's going to be a good one. So it's worth it, I promise.
Let's hear it.
Okay, so it didn't take long at this point for the police to get involved. I mean, there were like serious things happening. Remember, like Shanna's home was set on fire, and she lost 4 pets, and Dave had bricks flying through his window.
Jesus.
And what's crazier is that Cari was taking credit for it. She sent an email to Shanna saying she hoped her and her children burned to death. And she sent an email to Dave saying, I am not lying. I set that nasty whore's house on fire. I hope the whore and her kids die in it.
Jeez.
It's like crossing a line, man. It's not
As
okay.
I've said before, psycho.
Yeah.
Just psycho activity over here.
100%.
There's psycho activity in the sector.
What is that from?
It's not. It's from like Jack and Daxter, but it doesn't say psycho. It doesn't say psycho.
Well, I like it. It's funny. So yeah, police were contacted and they downloaded all the messages that had been sent and got to work. Okay, so things really start to get crazy right now. So like, do your best to keep up. Okay. So like I said in the last episode, this harassment started in 2012 and went on for 3 years. And I also mentioned a woman named Flora, but I actually got that wrong last week. Her name is Amy Flora. So that's what I'm going to be calling her from now on. So she was the mother of Dave's 2 kids.
That's the baby mama.
Yeah, that's Dave's baby mama. Her name's Amy. Well, on December 7th, 2015, Shanna received threatening messages from Amy.
Wow.
So, totally thrown off by this, Shanna sent these messages to the police. She was like, what the heck? Like, is Amy in on it? Has it been her this whole time?
Right.
Well, later...
And Shanna is the chick that he's seeing right now.
He's seeing her casually, yeah. Yeah.
The whorehouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
her
whore
house,
with the kids.
Yeah, her house got set on fire. Well, so she got messages from... Amy,
baby mama.
The baby mama, Amy mama. And so she sent them to the police officers, and then later that night, officers were dispatched to a wilderness park where they found Shanna sitting up against her car in the parking lot. And she was sitting there because Amy shot her in the thigh.
Oh my gosh, what the heck?
I told you.
Yo, this is just
wild.
Trash. This is just like... trash people, bro.
Just wait. Just freaking wait.
Oh,
okay. So what I didn't mention was that from the day that the harassment began, Cari Farver was never seen again.
What? Wait.
So Cari was like the woman initially that they believed was sending all these messages. Yeah. And then Amy started sending messages and then shot Shanna in the leg. During all of this time, though, that it's all going on,
they thought it was Cari.
Cari was actually never physically seen by anyone. It was just all these messages coming in.
So you're saying...
So, I'm going to continue my story. So during the next few months following the shooting, Shanna continued to receive more harassing emails from Amy. A lot of them talking about the murder of Cari.
What?
She said, Amy said that she stabbed Cari in her car, Cari's car, wrapped her body in a tarp, burned it, and threw it in the trash.
Jesus, what the heck?
So, if the police weren't already, like, taking this seriously, they were now. Because we're talking about murder here.
Yeah, and there's evidence. Yeah, like, this woman is, like, admitting to these crimes. Mm-hmm.
So...
Yo, this is psycho activity, dude. Trash people with psycho activities.
Exactly.
Wow.
So, after downloading the content from Dave, Shanna, and Amy's phones, they traced all of the threatening messages to the IP address of a man named Todd Butterbaugh.
Wait, what? Oh my gosh.
Babe, would I tell you that, like, I understood this whole case, but the amount of time it took for me to, like, write this all down and, like, put each thing in the right spot, my God. There is so much to follow here. It's insane.
All right, let's keep going.
Okay. So, who's Todd? We haven't heard about a Todd before, right?
Todd Hancock? What's his name?
What?
What is his name? Todd what?
Todd Butterbaugh.
Oh, even worse.
Yeah.
like Butterball, like the thing with the turkeys.
It's like the word butter.
Did you hear the thing with the turkeys going on with Butterball turkeys?
Do I want to?
These men
I don't think I want to.
These men, well, you're gonna hear it.
Okay.
These men, workers that were at the turkey place where they prepare the turkeys to send out to the birds, they were SAing them.
Oh my god.
And like,
why are we here? Okay, so there is a not so fun fact this week.
Okay, there you go.
Insert the music.
Not so fun facts with marbles.
Oh my god, babe.
Yeah, these videos came out, and they were like
videos.
Yes, videos of like these men.
Stop
like,
it right now.
Committing these acts to the turkeys. Isn't that the freaking most saddest thing ever?
Can we please leave? That's it. There's enough reasons now. Let's like, go somewhere else.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Like these. Anyway, I don't want to. That's it. That's not so fun. So his
name is Butterbaugh, not Ball. Butterbaugh. Baugh.
Is that the company? The turkey company name? Butterball.
I don't even know what you're talking about. Okay, so who's Todd? Right? Okay, so we don't know Todd. But at the time of all of this, he was Shanna's boyfriend.
What? Okay, let's
go through everything together really quick.
Yeah, let's reel it back a little bit.
Okay.
So Shanna and...
So we have Dave.
Dave is
a
man. Okay,
He is casually seeing Shanna and Cari, and then Cari freaks out, starts harassing Dave and Shanna.
Wait, no.
What?
Let me explain it.
Okay, you do it.
So Dave is seeing Shanna
yes.
and Cari.
Yes.
For funsies, because he doesn't want anything serious.
Right. Funsy onesies.
No, funsy twosies.
That was good.
So Cari gets attached, and she's like, come live with me. Mm-hmm. And he freaks out and it's like, oh, hell no, hell no. And so he like dips.
Yeah, he's just like, no, I'm good. He doesn't even dip.
Yeah, and Shanna is just the baby mama.
No, Shanna's just a random person.
Oh, a random person.
But then Dave doesn't dip. Cari dips. She's like, okay, well then screw you. I don't want anything to do with you.
Yeah, she gets her feelings hurt.
Yeah.
She got in her feelings.
Right.
She like fell for him and fucked up. So Cari invites Dave to stay, and he like says no. So she freaks out because her feelings got hurt.
Yes.
So now he's still actively meeting up with Shanna, the other free woman, who has a boyfriend.
Yes, Todd Butterbaugh.
Okay. And then his baby mama started sending
threatening messages to Shanna and then shot her in the leg.
Okay.
And so when the shooting happened, that's when they traced everyone's phones back to the IP address of Todd Butterbaugh.
Shanna's boyfriend.
Yes. Are we good?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay. So, a couple months after the harassment of Dave and Shanna initially started, Todd began to receive texts and emails from Cari. But his were very different. In these messages, Cari explained that she was one of Shanna's friends and that Shanna gave her his number in case she ever needed like an emergency contact. Like if anything ever happened to Shanna,
right,
she had Todd's number.
Yeah.
So that's what Cari's telling Todd. So Todd asked Shanna about this, and she was like, yeah, that's my friend Cari.
What?
So Todd did not find out about Dave, like Shanna's hookup, until Shanna's phone was downloaded by the police. Shanna told Todd that she had dated Dave before she met Todd, and they were just still friends.
That Cari and Shanna were still friends?
No. Okay. Shanna told Todd that she had dated Dave before she met Todd. Yeah.
So why is she saying that she and Cari are friends?
I don't know. So this is because Todd was under the impression that he and Shanna were exclusive. And he even let Shanna and her 2 kids move in with him, paid for her bills, bought her a car, and helped take care of her kids. And he had absolutely no idea that Shanna and Dave were, like, getting harassed by Cari.
Jeez.
So, conveniently, all of those disturbing incidents that took place, that, the fire and bricks going through, like, the stuff like that, all of them took place when, like, things weren't so great between Shanna and Dave. When Shanna's house was set on fire, Dave had temporarily ended things with her right beforehand. Side note, this was a place she was renting separately while she was also living with Todd. Just before Shanna received those harassing messages from Amy, the baby mama, and was shot by her, Dave permanently ended things because he wanted to have a more serious relationship with another woman, who actually ended up being Amy, and they, like, moved in together at one point.
Oh, damn. I mean, they have history. They have kids.
Right.
So, it makes sense.
So, what are your thoughts at this point in time?
Confusion.
Confusion?
A little confusion, but, I mean, like I said, I feel like I still broke it down for myself. Okay. And anyone else who's just as confused as I am, because there's, like, lots of cats in the story.
There is a lot of cats and dogs.
Yeah. Dave and Shanna.
Mm-hmm.
And Cari.
Mm-hmm.
And then Shanna's boyfriend.
That she was living with her kids.
Which is...
And being supported by...
His name?
Todd Butterball.
Todd.
I feel like I have to say his whole name now.
Shanna and Todd are together.
He's taking care of her and her kids.
Wait. Shanna and Todd are together.
Yes.
Cari and Dave were dating.
Mm-hmm. But
Shanna and Dave started dating.
Yes, so...
But not exclusively, like, right. They were all just, yeah. So Amy, baby mama, was still kind of behind the scenes from all of this.
Right.
And Cari shot Shanna in the leg.
Amy shot Shanna in the leg.
And Cari has been
never been seen
Hasn't been seen this whole time since they broke up.
Yeah. And then, so when the shooting happened, they traced the IP address back to Todd.
So where in this point of the story are we?
So Todd's finding out about this Dave guy, and Shanna's like, "Oh, well, we're still just friends. We dated before I met you."
Right.
Which wasn't true.
Right.
Because Shanna met Todd in 2010, and they started dating. She met Dave.
Yeah, she's cheating on him.
She met Dave in 2012.
Yeah, she's cheating on him, just pretending like he's just a friend now, and she knew him before.
And she didn't tell Todd about any of these things going on.
Yeah, because then he would find out that they're fucking around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because okay, well, why? What do I care? Like, what? Todd's gonna be like, okay, like, why do you care? Like, I don't care. Like, that's not your house. Like, you're fine, you're safe.
Right.
Why are you tripping about, what's his face?
Well, the police read into things a little bit more than that, and Shanna was now a big person of interest in this case.
Dang.
So,
but because, she was shot, though.
Right, yeah, but just because she was living where the IP address was traced back to.
I see.
And actually, police had their suspicions from the very beginning that Cari Farver was not alive. And they had one detective investigate and do everything they could to prove she was alive. And then they had another detective do everything they could to prove that she was not alive. Just so that way they were able to analyze every single angle of this case. Okay, so... A cell phone download that the police did back in the beginning of everything, just a few months after it all started, contained a lot of important information. It showed that just a few days before Cari disappeared, Shanna's cell phone called Cari's landline 6 times. Shanna's cell phone also contained a photo of Cari's car, which was actually spotted at Dave's apartment complex after she had disappeared. So, and the metadata of the photo, it had the date that the photo was taken.
Right.
And the date it was taken was after Cari disappeared, but before her car was spotted at the apartment complex. And the last interesting thing from that download was a video that was actually uploaded to YouTube under Cari's name. The video was showing an apartment complex that looked like Dave's, and the IP address used to access this YouTube account was linked back to Todd Butterbaugh.
Wow.
So, when Cari's car was discovered, it was examined by a technician, and that technician was mostly looking for fingerprints. The car was pretty much clean, and the only fingerprints that stood out were on a mint container in the center cup holder. 2.5 years later, they were able to match those fingerprints to Shanna.
Dang.
A few months later, the car was processed by the same technician, and this time she was looking for blood, but did not find any. So a couple months after that, the technician examined the car for a third time, and this time she removed the cloth seat covers and found a large red stain on the passenger side seat. DNA testing showed that it was Cari's blood.
Wow.
So in February of 2016, investigators got warrants to search the place Shanna was living at and the place she shared with Todd, as well as a storage unit where Cari's mom had moved all of her things. So a good amount of things were found in Shanna's place. One notable thing was a shower curtain that matched the description of a shower curtain that was proven to be purchased using Cari's debit card after she went missing. There was also multiple cell phones, and there was a video camcorder, a digital camera, and memory cards. Receipts for the camcorder and digital camera were found among Cari's belongings in the storage unit. The police also obtained search warrants for a lot of email accounts, including 31 from Google, 9 from Yahoo, and 5 from Microsoft. A forensic examiner was able to prove that when using these imposter accounts, Shanna attempted to hide her identity by using services that disguised her IP address and would send messages at a different time than when they were actually written. The forensic examiner was also able to prove that Shanna was behind all of the messages from Cari and Amy.
Wow.
To Dave and herself. What?
This lady's psycho.
She harassed herself for 3 years.
She's so psycho, dude. Yeah. And so she shot herself in the leg?
We're getting there. Well, because, okay, so think about it. She would be hanging out with Dave and both of their phones would be blowing up. That's because she used, the service to, send it later.
At a certain
she would
time.
Look like it wasn't her.
Dude.
The amount of effort. The amount of effort. I told you this was worth it, babe.
But we're at a point in time where you can't hide. You can't hide, you know?
And this was back in 2015.
Yeah, 10 years ago.
Oh my God.
This is crazy, dude. Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. So remember when, quote, Amy was admitting to killing Cari in those emails and describing how she did it? Well, she mentioned a yin and yang tattoo on Cari's left hip. So this tattoo was not well known to the public, obviously, because the way it was covered up most of the time. And then Cari's ex-husband was contacted and he confirmed that, yes, back when they were married, they got matching yin and yang tattoos. And then Cari's mom provided a photo that showed Cari also had a tattoo on her left foot. It was a Chinese symbol that meant mother. Okay, so in February 2017, investigators recovered a tablet from Dave, and Shanna had access to this tablet while they were dating. The tablet had a micro SD card inserted into it, and this card had many deleted files on it, including over 13,000 photos and many text messages sent either to or from Shanna. So Dave's tablet did not have texting on it, so they figured it was from some other device. Turns out it was from one of Shanna's cell phones. And several photos from the SD card were of what appeared to be a blue and gray tarp taken from various angles.
Oh my God.
Another photo shows a flesh-colored object with a yin and yang symbol on it.
Wow.
And another photo shows another flesh-colored object with a Chinese symbol on it.
Wow.
These photos were compared to the photos that showed Cari's tattoos, and the analysts said they were very consistent with one another. And side note, a forensic pathologist identified the flesh-colored object with a Chinese symbol on it as a foot and noted that the foot showed signs of decomposition.
Whoa.
So, ultimately, Shanna was convicted of first-degree murder and second-degree arson and was sentenced to life in prison. After the conviction, she appealed her case because she didn't believe they proved without a doubt that the murder was intentional. But they came back pretty quick with those emails from Amy, aka Shanna,
right, yeah.
that talked about the murder. I'm going to read some of them, and heads up, everyone, they are pretty tough to hear, but they do show that this act that happened was with intention and was premeditated.
This is her email.
Yeah, that she was posing as Amy,
Right.
saying how
she did
stuff happened. Okay, so one email says, I attacked her with a knife. I stabbed her 3 to 4 times in the chest and stomach area. I then took her out and burned her. Another email said, I killed her because she wouldn't leave Dave alone. Another one stated, I even went out to her place and got some of her clothes and other things to make it look like she ran away. And worst of all, one email explains how Shanna was driving Cari's car with Cari in it, and then while in the car, stabbed Cari multiple times in the stomach. The email states that Cari was alive after the stabbing and was begging for her life, and Shanna said she spent the whole time, quote, watching the life drain from her body.
Wow, what an awful way to go.
What an awful human being. Oh my God. It's so sad. It's so heartbreaking. I hate it. So yeah, this girl's obviously not okay, but it's even worse than you think. Besides killing and impersonating someone for years, she has done some pretty just messed up stuff. So remember when we already talked about this, but when Amy shot Shanna in the leg?
Yeah.
Well, Shanna called the cops right after it happened, and they immediately went to go question Amy. But when they arrived at her house, her car was completely cold to the touch. So she obviously hadn't gone anywhere anytime recently. So yeah, they're pretty positive that Shanna shot herself in the leg.
That's crazy, dude.
The lengths that this woman went to. And then can we talk about how she set her own place on fire and killed her own pets? This was just to get Dave to reconnect with her because he had ended things.
Oh my God.
She killed 4 of her pets.
And a human.
And yes.
Shot herself.
Yes.
Shot herself in the leg.
It's all wild. I'm sorry for the volume, but we can't contain ourselves.
Oh my God, this is
clearly
crazy.
she doesn't give a shit about the human, but
oh my God.
I mean, I guess I can't be surprised. She probably has
no remorse.
No remorse, no soul, no conscience.
No empathy, no
nothing.
Nothing.
So, she also sent a text to Cari's work resigning for her, and as Cari said, she would be sending Shanna to replace her, and Shanna actually filled out an application.
What?
I guess she didn't end up going to work there, but what the hell? I don't even think she ever talked to this woman. I think she only ever saw her in the hallway that one night. Passing in the distance.
Crazy. This is just, I can't. I keep saying it. It's psycho.
It's insane.
It's psychotic. Psychotic behavior.
Yeah. But even crazier to me is the fact that she messed with Cari's family but like in a weird way. Shortly after Cari disappeared, her mom received a text from Cari's phone. It was a photo of a check for $5,000 made out to Cari from Shanna. The text also asked Cari's mom to let Shanna into Cari's apartment to get a bedroom set that she purchased from Cari using that check. Basically, she's like, here's a check that I gave to Cari paying for this bedroom set. Can you let me into her apartment, please? But Cari's telling that to her mom, supposedly. Right. I mean, obviously, this is super sketch, so her mom gave that information to the police, thankfully, and wasn't, like, duped by that.
Right.
Cari's mom also received cryptic messages from social media accounts that belonged to Cari, saying not to come look for her. And this one wasn't proven to be Shanna, but I could definitely see her doing something like this. But about 5 months after Cari disappeared, her mom got a call from a man who told her he saw Cari at a homeless shelter and she wanted her mom to pick her up. Cari's mom rushed over to the shelter thinking she was going to get to bring her daughter home, and the investigators met her there. But when they arrived, they learned that Cari had never been there, obviously. Shanna made fake dating profiles for Cari, which is, just weird. What are you doing?
I mean, she already was impersonating
how
other
do you
people.
have time for this? Bro. Think of all the stuff she's having to do to keep this up, and then she's like, I also think I want to just, make dating profiles for her.
Yeah, but if you think about it, people have a lot of time after work. You know?
This girl does, I guess. Jeez.
Before or after work. You have hours if you go in late, you have all morning to fuck around. If you go
this girl fucked around.
If you go in early, you have all afternoon to fuck around, you know?
Clearly had no other extracurriculars.
Jesus.
But worst of all, Shanna contacted Cari's teenage son, Max.
Oh my God.
While his mom was missing, Shanna messaged Max on Facebook pretending to be Cari.
And what did she say?
Sorry, I'm just so pissed off about it.
So what did she say?
It didn't say what she said. It just said that she was pretending to be his mom, but he was too smart for her, thankfully, and asked her to tell him things that only that his mom should know. Hi, Arlo. Are you as upset as we are? He asked her to say his middle name and the name of their first dog, and she just never responded after that, obviously.
Because it also easily could have been hacked, you know?
Yeah, that's true. But that's just so messed up. Well, he's
well, yeah, it is.
His mom is missing and hoping she's gonna come back one day.
Right.
Oh my God. All right. So Shanna Golliar is currently serving her life sentence at the Nebraska Correctional Center for Women.
Yo, let's send her hate mail, dude.
Without the possibility of parole. And the cherry on top is she's also concurrently, but still, she's serving 18 to 20 years for trying to burn her own home down. So, yeah, she gets every last bit of torturous moments in there coming for her.
Yeah, just give her the chair, dude. An eye for an eye.
No, I want her to eat gruel for the rest of her life.
Well, it sucks that Nebraskans have to pay taxes to keep her alive.
That's fine. We're not getting into this. This happens every time a true crime episode comes up. We're not doing it. I'm tired. So, since all of this has happened, Dave has kept a low profile. He still lives in Nebraska with his girlfriend, Margie. He does feel somewhat responsible for Cari's death. He said, I'm very sorry for what happened. If I hadn't met Cari, she wouldn't have met Shanna, and this all wouldn't have happened. The woman that I dated had goals and was smiley and wanted to do something. She was just trying to make her way in this world.
Yo, he played her though, dude. He did.
It's not his fault. He didn't do anything.
Right. Yeah,
it was her.
Yeah.
Cari said she wanted something casual.
Right.
And he was like, yeah, I do too. Cool.
Yeah, but it's not her fault she got killed, though.
I am not talking about Cari. I'm saying none of this is Dave's fault. He got harassed for years too. By the woman he was seeing.
This is
She
a
would
crazy
sleep
story.
in his bed while harassing him. That's messed up.
That is messed up, actually.
Yeah. Like,
I don't know, but how much is Dave really a victim in this, though?
I'm not saying he's like a victim. I'm just saying it's like, because he probably does feel like guilt for that for the rest of his life now. And he didn't do anything wrong.
He didn't do anything wrong.
He like went through like awful shit, you know. But obviously, like, what happened with, like, Cari and her family and everything was, like, way worse, 100%. But he didn't deserve any of that either.
No, he didn't deserve any of that.
Yeah, we don't... Yeah, Arlo agrees with me. Anyways. So, Cari's mother, Nancy, took in her Cari's son, Max. He was just 14 when his mom died.
Damn, that's really young. That's a baby.
Yeah, and he was smart enough to be like, I don't think you're my mom. Prove it. Despite the, like, traumatic event that happened to him, Max still excelled in life. He earned a BS in software engineering and data science and works at a financial technology company. He also married his childhood sweetheart and started his own family. Not much is known about Cari's mom, Nancy, as she also keeps a low profile, but she has spoken about her daughter's death to preserve her legacy. She was quoted in ABC's 2020 saying, "I want people to remember her as the fun-loving, talented, smart woman that she was. She loved her son and she was a tremendous mother. She was a hard worker. If I could talk to Cari right now, I'd say I love you and I'm so glad you were in my life and I miss you terribly." Jeez. And that was the rest of the Cari Farver case.
That still deserves claps, even though it's a sad story.
Like solemn claps. It's so sad.
It is freaking sad.
And wild. Oh my God, this woman, babe. I was working on this last night while you were like napping. And I was just freaking out. I couldn't wait to tell you all of it.
That's a crazy story.
I told you it was worth it.
That's a psycho. I'm gonna say it. She's a psycho bitch.
She's like a sociopath.
She's psychotic. Yeah.
Like, she has no remorse. She's never admitted fault for any of it. She never contested to it until after she got convicted and was like, "Well, you never like proved it was intentional." But she never like said like, "No, I didn't kill her." But she also has never admitted to it. Even though she admitted to it as other people. But insane.
That is freaking crazy. Dang.
But thank you, Sammy from New Jersey. This was a very, very...
That was a good
roller coaster-y ride.
Yeah,
and
definitely different.
I'm glad we got to learn all about it. And R.I.P. to Cari. You did not deserve that. I believe the college she went to, it's like a college in Iowa. They have like a scholarship set up for students, like in her honor, like for ones that want to study what she studied there.
Yeah.
And
that's a good little way to honor her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But rip. And
rip.
I hope you rot in prison, Shanna. And yeah, I hope everyone has a good week.
Yeah.
Anything to brighten up this episode and end on a positive note?
To brighten up, it snowed last night.
It did. We got our first snow in our new house.
I saw like snowfall for the first time ever last night, and it was so
like
cool.
Whenever you've been in snow, it like didn't fall.
No, it was just like hard,
right? Like the crappy Southern California snow.
Yeah, like hard off the road, slush that you just put like one of those it's like one of those circle disc things that you slide off on the hill.
Oh, yeah.
What are they called?
I don't know. It's like a circle sled.
It's like a circle sled disc thing.
Frisbee, big frisbee.
Yeah, funny story actually. Yeah, we once went to the snow, what we call snow. It's just like hard snow. Ice, I guess.
It's like the dirty like parking lot.
Yeah,
infiltrated snow.
Yeah, dude.
So sad.
And we went to, the side of the road, and I was with the cousins. It was like my family. We all went to like enjoy
trash
snow. ice. I have to call it ice.
Okay.
It's not even snow.
All right.
Like, it made a crunch sound when you would step in it. Dude. And so my cousin and I went to the top of a hill, and we put our disc sled thing on, and we both jumped on it. And I can't remember if we were supposed to wait a turn or warn people that we were coming down.
Probably.
And we go down the hill, and we hit one of my tias, and she flips.
Oh my god!
I'm pretty sure she hurt her knee or her leg or something
god.
like that. It was awful.
Wow.
It's actually not that funny. Actually,
I bet you guys laughed.
I'm sure someone laughed. Yeah. I did not laugh. I was like,
you were like, oh, I'm in trouble.
Fuck yeah! I was like so scared.
Dang. Well, yeah, last night was not like that. It was very magical and a fun moment. She FaceTimed her family, and they were like, wow, congratulations, it's 78 degrees here.
Yeah, it was like sunny.
Yeah, but no, it was cool. It was nice. I mean, I woke up to like a backyard. I mean, it wasn't much, but it was like just dusted in snow on the grass. And
yeah, it was beautiful.
Oh, I love it. I'm excited for actual snow.
I'm excited, but also like I'm dreading like
functioning in it and
just
driving
functioning in it. Yeah, but whatever.
But good news is, if it's enough, we get snow days here, which is something we've never gotten. Yay. That was a good way to end the episode. Much better than how my story ended. So thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
But thank you guys for listening.
Yes, thank you for listening. We see you. We hear you.
All the things I said at the beginning.
You.
We read them?
I don't know. Their stories or their suggestions?
Yeah. You're right. Yeah. So send them in, folks.
Folks.
What are you waiting for? Get to
Next show is going to be a really good show because of you. So thank you very much for all your suggestions and all your stories. And
that had a little bit of the apparently kid in it. And apparently we're at the fair, and apparently my grandpa. I don't know what he says. Just YouTube apparently kid, and you'll see what we're talking about. Yeah. It's a good one.
Yes, but thank you so much. We're just enjoying the little time that we have because we're just busy now.
Yeah, we've been working, bitches.
Gotta
make that dough.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Sames. So on that note, we're gonna go. But we love you guys, and please send in all your things.
You can send them into whatsyourfavoritescarystory at gmail.com, or you can send them to
our direct messages on Instagram, which is also at What's Your Favorite Scary Story.
You can send us your stories, your suggestions, your hate mail, your love mail, your recipes.
Send us recipes. We need more things to cook.
To learn how to cook.
Yeah.
And all right. We'll let you guys go. Well, enough.
Blabbering. All right. Have a good week. Be amazing people. Be kind. And
see ya. Wouldn't want to be ya.
Stay spooky.